is Matthew Vaughan. I was born in the UK originally. I'm married to Andrea, who's from Canada, and we have 4 children. So we've been living in Pakistan for about 7 years now, and 3 of our kids were born in Pakistan, so they consider themselves part Pakistani, part British, and part Canadian, I guess. So we've been here since 2011, so about 7 years now. I've been working with the Church of Pakistan. So I'm working with a seminary in Rawalpindi that produces pastors and trains pastors for the Church of Pakistan. I'm also a keen writer, so I enjoy writing about Pakistan in my spare time. When we came to Pakistan, I would go around the bookshops of Islamabad, where we live, trying to learn more about Pakistan, about its history and different aspects of life in Pakistan. And I noticed that all the books I saw were very negative. There's lots of books on Pakistan, but they're just always about terrorism. They're always about corruption or political, dramas or whatever. And it just left me with a very negative impression of this country that, it's just a very kind of depressing story in a sense. And yet, what we were seeing with our eyes and living in Pakistan and experienced life in Pakistan, we experienced so much hospitality and so much kindness from people. And so I felt that the image of Pakistan in the literature was very negative, but the Pakistan that we were experiencing in our lives was very positive. And so I really felt I wanted to show the positive side of life in Pakistan, talk about the beauty of the country, talk about the hospitality of the people, talk about the good things that people don't need to talk about. Yeah, we didn't want to be the kind of colonial types, the kind of guys who come out and just act like you're in the UK. We wanted to show respect to Pakistani culture and Pakistani traditions as much as we can. And so for us, learning Urdu was a natural part of that. I probably feel a bit offended if someone came to the UK and just spoke their own language the whole time. I felt, if that's how I would feel, then I felt like we should learn the language of Pakistan and try and speak that as well. And you have this muhavara, Jaisa des vaisa bhes, kind of when in Rome, do as the Romans do, or whatever we say. So that's kind of what we try to adopt as our principle, but showing respect for the culture here. Years in Pakistan, a very misunderstood country, but a very beautiful country. And I think there's really 2 stories. The kind of narrative about Pakistan that's most common is a narrative of terrorism and big global issues, the war against the Russians in Afghanistan, which affected Pakistan very much, the war on terror, which affects Pakistan to a significant degree. And that's the kind of overriding narrative, that's the big story of Pakistan. But that doesn't really affect ordinary life very much. The ordinary life you see is just ordinary life. It's just people going about their business and going to work and their kids going to school and people getting married and having children and whatever. It's just ordinary life. People have just been so kind to us all the time. And there's just so many examples of that. When our daughter was born, we took her down to visit our landlord who lived downstairs. And his mother was staying with him at the time, and she was about 89 or 90 years old, this old lady. And so we put our little daughter into this lady's arms, and she started crying, and she kept saying, "Mashallah, mashallah," again, and these tears were going down her cheeks. And, we just feel very fond of Pakistan. They've been very, very kind to us. It's been really great raising our kids here. They really appreciate lots about Pakistani culture. They love wearing shalwar kameez, and they love eating parathas and puris for breakfast and that kind of thing. And we're, Christians living in Islam, and we've experienced nothing but kindness and hospitality from people. Yeah, I kind of feel unqualified to give advice to Pakistan. I feel like we've learned so much by being here, so Pakistan's really taught us a lot, so I don't feel like we can teach anything in return. I guess the thing I would say is that just don't believe the bad things that are written about Pakistan. Don't believe the hype. There's all this negativity, all this criticism about Pakistan from everyone from Donald Trump downwards is just criticizing Pakistan. And it's just not fair, it's not justified. So Pakistanis are very proud, and they ought to be proud. It's a very good country with many strong things, many beautiful things. So my only advice or suggestion would be just don't believe the lies that are spoken about Pakistan. There's good things here. There are some profoundly good people here, and we're very grateful for it. So just be proud of the nation that we have, and we're praying to a better, more positive and prosperous future for the nation of Pakistan.